So every organization, regardless of what they do, has a culture. You put any group of people together, and eventually the culture will emerge, deliberate or not. The question that matters is if the culture is the one that the organizational leader needs it to be to create sustainable success. We define culture as the collective norms, beliefs, attitudes, and values that guide the behavior of the organization. It is therefore the most important element to creating sustainable success, even more so than the organizational strategy. One of the easiest ways to graphically depict culture is using the visual of an iceberg. We all learned in school how more than 90% of the iceberg is actually below the waterline, where nobody can see it. Culture, like the iceberg, has much of its critical mass in the beliefs, the values, the attitudes of the organization. These things are not tangible. You can't see them, yet strongly influence the behaviors that are above the organizational waterline. The leader's role then in creating a desired culture begins with the vision and values of the business. The vision is a statement of what the organization aspires to be, while the values are those core beliefs that guide the organization to become what their vision states. Without these guideposts, the leader and the rest of the organization act on whatever they feel is right at the moment. Additionally, organizational culture has two moving parts: the internal culture that defines how the organization acts with each other, and the external culture the external stakeholders see when they interact with the organization. In a perfect world, these two cultural definitions would be the same. In the imperfect world that most of us work in, however, they are not. The first step in creating any culture is defining what the vision and core values are for the organization and ensuring that the recruiting and hiring process accounts for those values and attitudes with every new hire. Once associates are hired, the culture must be actively socialized throughout the organization. This ensures the culture is understood and creates the foundation for behavior that will achieve desired results. Finally, the best way for a culture to achieve the level of success is for organizational leaders to model the culture each and every day. What followers see their leaders do, they will emulate as acceptable behavior. As the saying goes, the culture of an organization is only as good as the worst behavior its leaders will tolerate. If you would like to know more about how to define and improve the culture of your organization, we should talk.